My name is Davide Marino. I'm an Italian historian of religion, and I am especially interested in alternative religiosity, esotericism, with a special focus on China and the Chinese world. I think my research is focused on highlighting the exchange between different regional contexts. I'm especially interested in seeing how Chinese religious and philosophical tropes played a role into the development of European religious self-understanding, and vice versa, how European ideas are affecting the development of the Chinese modernity. I strongly believe that we should investigate historically, we should locate historically the phenomena that we study, and trying to stay away from religionism and essentialism. So I think it would be very important to pursue a genealogical approach in which context idea and practices are created and how do they relate to other contexts. One of the tools that they're much necessary in my research is historical knowledge, but I also believe that in order to investigate a specific regional context, it's very necessary to have linguistic tools. In my case, if I want to investigate contemporary China, for me it's very important to be aware of Mandarin Chinese, which is the language in which a lot of this body of knowledge is created. Sometimes if we don't refer to local literature or literature in the native language of the context we're investigating, we may miss a lot of nuances that are often lost in translation. I was living in China. I was working as a manager in a company. I was facing daily a social intellectual reality that was very different from what I've studied in Europe. For me, what sparked my interest with China and Chinese culture in particular was actually my direct exposure to the culture that was not unmediated by scholarship. So I started using scholarship as a way to understand a reality that was puzzling me, but it was all around me. I think CUHK has a very ambitious research agenda. The ambition of this research project is it can be a good tool for researchers like me, which care about, again, the global entanglement of religious phenomena to develop my research very freely. In this sense, it's leaves all its researchers a space of freedom that is very much welcomed. I know that in our weekly activities, we often discuss on the issue of methodology because we have researchers that come from all different fields, anthropology, history, sinology, and they work on very different contexts. So methodology and the development of a common vocabulary is actually pretty much part of our weekly activities here. And obviously, being exposed to people with such a diverse field of expertise and knowledge surely helps people with a more narrow and specialistic knowledge like myself to broaden their horizon. So I think the most important and the most exciting aspect of the work here is the possibility of exploring new venues without constraints of an already predefined research agenda.